Before we came to the Joy School, our days were challenging.
Every day he felt defeated. And so he would come home and, other kids were getting it and he wasn't. His friends were getting it and he wasn't.
Before I came here, I felt like I was just not smart enough to be in that grade, and I was just getting further behind because I wasn't understanding what the other kids were.
The homework, I rarely finished that.
I was always a little behind on my reading, and it was just a little bit harder for me than everyone else.
ADHD and dyslexia always made school hard for me. People thought I was weird because I read things differently and I didn't understand them as well.
Because of the struggles that Hudson was having, we decided to look for some answers and had him tested.
We found out he had dyslexia and dysgraphia. The doctor said, we have two options. If you want your child to be a child, I'd recommend the Joy School because he's going to get tutoring at school. Or he can go to a regular public school and get 2 to 3 hours of tutoring every day.
My first day in Joy School, I instantly had friends.
When I got in there, I felt happy for some reason. It just felt like a really comfortable place to be at.
On the first day, I said normal times 200 pretty much. Like, put Fantastica in there, but 20 times Fantastica.
I remember my first couple days at the Joy School, I really loved going to school, which I wasn't expecting.
When they opened the doors, they were all greeting me, saying hi. They knew my name. It was very welcoming. And right off the back, it just felt the classes were better, the teachers were nicer, that helped you more.
So the first day of school, seeing the kids' faces, they're so excited, and the parents are so excited, and the teachers are so excited. And me, for it being my first year here, the first day was just a magical experience.
When we dropped her off, she was a little bit apprehensive, but excited. And certainly when she came home that afternoon, I can tell that it was really a good fit for her.
Things are a lot different here than they are any school I've seen. And I wish growing up I would have had a Joy School.
Since she's been a part of Joy School, we've seen a greater sense of focus, a greater sense of discipline, and a more willingness to even do homework.
Over the 3 years that I was at Joy, I just progressed so much, and I didn't even realize until I was out how much I'd grown. And once I started at a public high school, I realized that I was keeping up with other people in my grade.
It's always fun because they always have something for you to do.
When Hudson started in Miss Kate's class, he could barely recognize the letters in his own name.
At the school, the exciting part was every day we saw improvement.
The first book that he brought home was called Mac and Tab, and I'll remember it forever. And it was a wonderful feeling to sit with Hudson and hear him read to me because, it's so hard for him.
At the Joy School, I feel like I can do things. Like when I have a test, I think I can do it. I like the teachers here. They're always so nice.
All of my teachers there, they all really cared, and I feel like that is what made me so successful.
I've learned so many tricks here that I feel much more confident. At the Joy School, I always understand because the teachers, they put things in 5 different ways.
I was really excited at the last parent-teacher conference to see that the teachers get my kid. They are constantly pulling her out and teaching her how to stand up and advocate for herself.
Once I got to high school, I quickly realized how much the Joy School had trained me. I was excelling in all of my classes. I think I got all A's my freshman year.
He's moving towards, being in a regular school, mainstreaming, and being able to perform just like his peers.
I feel like I'm prepared for high school now after 3 years here. I got new tools and better ways to learn things I didn't have before.
I feel like when I go to another high school, I'll be able to adapt easier and use the tools I learned from here to help me.
I like coming to the Joy School because they help you fix your problems.
Here at the Joy School, we always get second chances.
I got a second chance to learn the basics again and just build up from there, and how I got to learn new tools to help me throughout the rest of my life.
If you mess something up, there's a second chance they let you redo it.
Our family is forever changed because of the Joy School.
It was the second chance I got at the Joy School that helped me get to Clark University, and all of the things like I learned about how I learn and how I study, I'm still using to be successful now in college.
The Joy School is an environment that fosters enablement, empowerment, advocacy for your child.
It's just a great place to embrace really who you are, because no one will judge you here for if you look different, if you talk different, or any of that stuff.
The culture here is just, it's so positive and it's so uplifting. When you walk in this building, you automatically feel it. I felt it on the day that I came to interview for this job, and I felt, okay, I need to be here. This is like a home. It's home away from home.
We found so much hope in the fact that there was a school that was literally made for children like our son.
You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me.